What's good with y'all niggas, bruh? Look, it has been forever since I have been on this channel making One Piece. Shit, it's been forever since I've been reading One Piece, nigga. I just caught up like last night, 2 days ago. So I figured it was time for me to make my utmost return to this channel, my nigga. I've been posting on my main channel. It's probably gonna be in the description or on the screen when I edit this video, but that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to post over there. I ain't even been consistent over there because life has been whooping my ass. That's why I have not even been reading One Piece, but we finna get straight into it. If you click on this motherfucking video, nigga, I appreciate you, right? We back with the real nigga One Piece reviews and discussions, bro. So let's just get straight into it, not waste no time. 1171, bro. Right, the last time I made a video was probably like 5 months ago, and I have no clue what chapter that was, right? Y'all be able to see on my channel how long ago that was, right? But this chapter was insane. I'm probably gonna do like hella recap, not hella recap, but I'm probably gonna do like be all over the place in this video talking about some other things that y'all never heard me talk about with previous chapters before as well. But we're gonna start off mainly just talking about 1171 and what's going on, right? So 1171, my nigga, we really get to finish off Loki's backstory for the most part, and we're seeing how it all unfolded with him and King Harold, bro. Loki had to kill his fucking pops. We been knew that, but we all figured it was in some manner like this to where he didn't really want to do it, but he was forced to do it, right? And I'm not gonna lie, after this nigga Loki beat Harold, it looked like he got my nigga Emu a little shook, all right? He's sitting here wondering, how is someone able to kill a monster that I embedded my powers in and immortal and all that, right? Now my question is, since Loki did this shit, I've been seeing niggas say that he is power creeping the fuck out of the old gen, but we go get to that in a moment, or that might be its own separate video, right? But basically Emu is just shook wondering how the fuck this was even possible, right? And basically he ends up saying that never forget that Elbaf is D, right? So I'm assuming this confirms or leads to or alludes to that the D shit started with Elbaf. Like most people thought with the whole giant straw hat and marriage why people been speculating that Joy Boy was a giant or some shit, or some form of ancient giant. Niggas been speculating that since for years now, right? So this isn't really anything new, but Emu was just damn near confirming that Elbaf is D. They have the will of D, or they're the originators of this shit. The only thing that's confusing me is it's seeming like we're getting way deeper with this shit. At first it was like, all right, Joy Boy and Nika, but now we gotta worry about the Joy Boy shit, we gotta worry about the Nika shit, we gotta worry about the Davy Jones shit. That's a whole completely different thing with the Davy D Jones shit, my nigga. But it's a lot of shit going on with the fucking lore right now, right? So basically Loki ends up saying he's finna go out to sea, bro, and don't tell anybody what happened here. He like, they won't believe me, my nigga. The whole country hates me, so why the fuck will we even do this? Just keep Harold's ideals intact so that people can live in peace. Loki a real ass nigga, cause let that be me and a lot of y'all niggas, bro. We finna tell these niggas the truth, all right? I'm not finna take the burden of this shit for nothing. Loki really shit for that, I ain't gonna lie. But basically after that, we end up scrolling back and we get back to the main. We get out of flashback mode and we're back to like the main present right now. This is, I'm pretty sure, and this is all of our first time seeing Luffy. So it's like, it's ironic how I caught back up right as we're coming back and ending the flashbacks and shit. But Luffy's sitting there, he listened to the whole flashback, my nigga. Hopefully, I've seen people say this is confirmed proof that Loki's joining the crew now after that long drawn out flashback, and Luffy just sat there and listened. I've heard people say they think that that's him joining the crew. I would love for Loki to join the crew. The only thing is, bro, I just know the power scaling niggas go be on dick if he joins. Like the niggas who be like, oh, was Zoro supposed to be second, mate? I ain't gonna lie, as a Zoro fan, I care about that shit, but I don't really care about that shit, bro. Like if Zoro's third strongest in the crew, bro, I don't really give a fuck. Loki a cool ass nigga. It'd be different if Loki like wasn't a cool ass character and it would seem like he's being forced into being a straw hat. Like how niggas was claiming the Yamato shit was forced, but I don't really think Loki should be forced. Let me know in the comment section if y'all think Loki would be a good addition to the Straw Hats or not, bro. My only thing is, how is he gonna be on the shit? That's literally the only thing I can't think of with that, unless they do some crazy shit or end up leaving Elbaf with a bigger vehicle or something, a bigger ship. I don't really fucking know, right? But basically they end up unchaining Loki, and Luffy's like, yeah, nigga, it's time for you to fight now. And then one of these, like, I can't remember what this was called, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this was called a Draugr, right? One of those little giant things from the kids' nightmares that Emu had summoned. Or no, well, it wasn't Emu, it was Killingham? I think the little dragon looking nigga. It's been forever since I read One Piece, y'all, so I'm sorry. I might have forgot some niggas' names or some shit. But yeah, like the giant little skull thing that looks like Brook comes down with a helmet on and shit. and Loki's getting ready to get up and fight it, right? But this is one thing I didn't peep when I first read the chapter. I had to like reread it and listen to other people talk about it for me to realize this. So back when I was reading week to week, Loki did some attack with lightning, I believe, right? Or we figured out his hammer had lightning, like he can use lightning with his hammer, which really wasn't shocking because niggas was like, oh, it's a play on like the Loki, Thor, you know, Asgard, Marvel type shit, right? So him having lightning really wasn't surprising. But bro, at the end of this chapter, it seems as if Loki freezes the fucking giant. Now, when I first read this shit, I just saw cracks on the goddamn panel. I'm like, nigga, why does that look like... At first, it looked like Whitebeard's fruit to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And that's nothing we have to talk about. We have to talk about this nigga's Loki devil fruit. We're finna get into that right now. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. I don't really have a script for this. I just want to talk about and catch up and discuss a lot of the things I've missed and what's going on in this most recent chapter right now, right? But the chapter ends with Loki doing an attack on the giant. Nibelheim, right? And it's freezing the giant, bro. He deadass just did some Aokiji ass shit and straight up froze this nigga with one hit of the hammer. Now I'm seeing niggas say, what if Loki can access all three, like not all three, but like just different elements, every element from each realm of Elbaf. That's what I heard one nigga say as a theory, but basically the theory is in general in Planescape, without getting too deep into it, is just that Loki can use different elements in his hammer, from lightning to freezing shit, maybe even fire potentially, but them two we know are confirmed, it seems like, right? Which is kind of fucking nuts. But yeah, also alongside with that, Loki's hammer having ice and fucking freezing powers. Question, do we think this hammer is just some type of like Elbaf relic that just got this shit embedded in it? If so, I would love an explanation on how that shit is inside the hammer. But my question is, like, we're not gonna say the hammer has a devil fruit though, because these abilities are already like taken as far as lightning and ice by other people. So I don't know, maybe it's like some type of magic or some type of Elbaf ritual they did with the goddamn hammer, nigga. I don't fucking know. I hope we figure it out though. But alongside of that, nigga, we still essentially do not really know what Loki's actual devil fruit is, right? Now in 1170, we actually saw him go retrieve and eat said fruit, right? But when we see him eat it and shit, he literally, my nigga, he fucking eats it, and then you see him grow like some claws and his hair grows, right? And then you just see this black ass fucking figure overtaking the room, and then it seems like what it looks to be legs running through the room on some gigantic shit. So my question is, what fucking fruit do y'all niggas think Loki fucking got, bro? And then we just see him knock Harold back, and then Harold's like, so you ate it. And then Harold starts regening and Loki goes back to regular form. So we don't even get to see any form of the fruit. Unless, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I see a panel down here where it looks like some sort of fucking figure with claws similar to how Loki had, and it has the horns. So I'm assuming this is Loki. It looks like some type of big ass dog. I know niggas have been assuming that Loki's fruit is Fenrir. If I'm not mistaken, I'm looking this up right now, like in mythology and shit. And I believe that's like a giant ass fucking mutt, like a giant ass dog or some shit. I don't fucking know, right? But yeah, Fenrir is like a giant ass wolf type of thing. And based off of what I'm seeing in this chapter, I would assume that is what Loki's fruit is. But we never really know. You know what I'm saying? I've seen niggas say Loki's fruit is all type of shit. I done seen niggas say, bro, he can clearly turn into a dragon, all type of shit. I don't know. But I'm leaning towards it being like some type of wolf-like, dog-like fucking creature, right? Which will also be kind of ironic since he wants to fight Shamrock. Well, he doesn't want to fight Shamrock. I don't think Loki knows that Shanks has a twin. We also got to talk about Shanks. I'm gonna get into that in a minute as well. But I find it ironic how Loki might have like a dog-like, wolf-like, esque-like fruit when he encountered Shamrock, and Shamrock had the Cerberus fruit inside of his sword. So I feel like if they end up encountering each other again, Loki's definitely whipping that out on him, and he gonna show that nigga who the real dog is. I ain't gonna even go lie to you, right? But Shanks, right? Let's get to my nigga Shanks. Shanks been beat the allegations, but my nigga, the fact that this nigga was dead ass in the Holy Land, he got embedded with the powers from Emu, my nigga. How do y'all feel about that? Right now, I know Shanks says, and we get the explanation about Emu's powers to a slight degree, about how it's different it's different levels of the covenant, right? So basically all the Gorosei niggas, they got the deepest level. They connected to Imu at all times. They immortal, and they gotta do whatever the fuck he say, and if they don't, they get clapped for it. That's basically what happened to Harold, as we see right here in the most recent chapters. He finally got upgraded because Shanks, quote unquote, left and abandoned. So he, instead of Shanks, is the next one in line, and he's thinking he's about to get what the fuck he wants. But then we see Harold starts getting the voices from Imu in his head and all this shit, and he tweaking out because he like, what the fuck is happening, right? Like, why is this going on? So my question with the whole covenant shit is, clearly that has to be why Shanks wanted to let his arm go. But another thing I also want to say is, with this covenant shit, first off, I didn't even touch on this, but the fact that they just walked this nigga in to see Imu, and Imu was sitting on this bitch, not even trying to hide, and he like, yeah, nigga, I've been watching you, is fucking crazy. The aura this nigga continues to have is fucking nuts. But yeah, he in this nigga head and shit. And as far as the whole covenant shit, my fault, y'all. I'm like scrolling back through the chapters to find exactly what I'm looking for here as far as this. Also, we do get it confirmed that Garling is Shanks' dad. You know, I know before the Guy Valley flashback and all that, niggas didn't really know if it was confirmed his dad or not, or like granddad, whatever the fuck, but it's confirmed that's his dad, right? Now, and we also get it confirmed that Shanks helped out Fisher Tiger all them years ago, my nigga. He had an encounter with this nigga, he broke his chains off, and he told him where the fuck the armory was at. That is crazy. I love the fact how we are getting more like lore on Shanks, and seeing him in the side-by-side next to Shamrock was fucking crazy. It's crazy how through all this time of not reading One Piece, I barely got spoiled. Only thing I think I saw that was like panel-wise was that Domi Reversi Rocks picture. But even then, nigga, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. We might talk about my nigga Rocks too in a separate video, but I might touch on it a little bit, you know, throughout this video as well. Because like I said, I'm kind of recapping on everything, how I feel, because I haven't been making vids and shit. But, I can't really find the chapter right now where they're talking about the covenant, but basically, nigga, it's different levels. I believe the level Shanks has us to where you're not really connected to the government, to Imu for real. I'm not sure if you're getting too much of a power boost. I think it's just, you can probably go through the fucking portals or whatever, and if you're out of range from Imu, he can't contact you anymore. So, I don't know if Shanks getting too much of a power boost from that, but I already know the Shanks slander niggas is probably going crazy with that agenda that that's how he's strong and all that shit. Let me know in the comments though, do y'all think that that plays a part in how Shanks is strong today? Like, yes, he doesn't have the symbol anymore, but does that mean the power is just gone because his arm is gone? You know what I'm saying? And another question, did he really still have the symbol when he got his arm bit off? Because it's like, I'm reading it right now, I finally found it. It says, even with just the Shallows covenant, we can't resist as long as we're in that freak's range. So if you're out of range, you good with this weak shit that Shanks got, this weak contract that he got, right? So once we're out of the Holy Land, they finally had a chance to speak, him and King Harold, right? So my question is he getting a power boost from this, right? Because Shanks says through the covenant, the Holy Knights of God gain superhuman strength and an undying body, as well as the ability to generate an abyss, meaning long forms of travel, which is the portal shit, right? But in exchange, no matter where you are, you cannot defy. So I'm assuming that's just like the bigger fucking shit, like the bigger covenant niggas, like Holy Knight niggas, Gorosei niggas getting all that, right? But so my question is, what is the purpose of the Shallows covenant? To just give a nigga a basic contract so you can reach him when you're close and just communicate with them to start them off, like, and not just giving them all the power immediately? I don't know. I don't really know what the purpose of that is. I feel like it's gonna have some meaning, or we might learn more about it later. Probably, more likely we will. But yeah, I just don't really see what's the purpose of the whole level 1 contract of the covenant if all you're getting is Imu can talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see the purpose for that I see a purpose for that for Imu in a way, but like for Shanks, why would he even want that? Also, this is definitely how he stole the devil fruit, my nigga, because clearly he's all up in the government, my nigga. And this is also probably why he was able to come back during the reverie shit, because he's already been in the Holy Land before, my nigga. He know how this shit work and everything, right? I really want us to see the first interaction of him going back, because Gabon said that they came back for Shanks before and the pirates just wasn't going. So my question is, how did that whole shit go with them coming to retrieve Shanks? Y'all just fought them off and they said, fuck it, right? And how did it go when Shanks finally returned after all them years of them trying to retrieve him and he was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Those are some more questions I have as far as the whole Shanks shit. But this nigga Loki, bro, is I don't want to call him broken, but a lot of niggas be giving Loki some good glaze, bro. I'm not gonna lie. How strong do I think Loki is? The fact that he's able to take out King Harold and amped up Dami Reverse. He didn't get fully Dami Reverse, but he's getting power boost to the same extent that a Holy Line or a Gorosei would have. And he was already on par with Rocks before that, and already had advanced conquerors. Well, I can't remember if it was advanced, but he had I think it was advanced because him and Rocks didn't touch when they fucking clashed. Yes, so he has advanced conquerors, bro. And Loki killed this nigga. Now, granted, he killed this nigga with a freshly acquired devil fruit in his first time getting his hands on the hammer, I believe. So what the fuck is Loki's strength now that he's had these things for years? And then this raises another question. Bro, if Shanks beat this nigga one-on-one, bro, you got it. You stronger than Mihawk. If he showed this nigga beating Loki 1v1, he's stronger than Mihawk, probably. I personally still cannot see or believe how the fuck this nigga did it, because I don't know how young Shanks is in the flashback when they're fighting Harold, but him and Gaban was double teaming Harold, and they really wasn't doing shit. But when Loki stepped in, my nigga, he folded this bastard. Now it's gonna be some niggas like, Harold let Loki get the last shot in because he was fighting. Bro, you can say Harold like took over to let Loki get that last shot in, but nigga, we seen all the Holy Knights and other Gorosei getting hit by attacks before and they instant regen. Bro, this nigga didn't instant regen, bro. Similar to my nigga Rocks. He got Dami Reversi. He did not instant regen once them niggas Garp and Roger kept putting a beating on that nigga. Also, let's talk about my nigga Rocks, bro. Little tangent. Rocks is a fucking go. I love Rocks. Even though God Valley did not play out anywhere near to how I thought it would play out or what it would be, I'm probably gonna make a video on that as well. Like, was God Valley overrated or whatever, or did it live up to the hype? I'm gonna probably make a video talking about that shit too, because I feel like people might feel like that. But when I was reading the God Valley flashback, because I got to binge read all this shit like 2 days ago, which is a fucking blessing. I do feel like the experience might have been better week to week though. But anyway, God Valley was not anything like how niggas probably thought it was gonna be. It's probably gonna be some niggas, yeah, I knew it was gonna be like this. Bro, you did not think Emu was gonna pull up and Dami Reversi Rocks and make him go crazy. But it makes sense though when you really think about the outline of what we knew about God Valley beforehand. Rocks turning on his crew. Niggas thought it was just, the crew finna fight and have different goals, so they finna fuck each other over. Bro, this nigga Rocks was willing to ride with his niggas for the time being. That nigga just wanted to come in and get Blackbeard out of there and his wife and bail. But then these niggas, and then let's not mention, my nigga, the fact we got to see a Rocks, Garp, Roger, and I think even Whitebeard and Big Mom do a attack in there too. Combination attack at Emu is insane, bro. Like, this shit gonna go crazy when it gets animated in like the next year or something, my nigga. That shit gonna be gas as fuck. But the fact that my nigga Rocks and the way he died like that, bro, I don't know. I feel like Oda could have gave my nigga a couple more chapters, but God Valley was still good though. The fact that Shaki was kind of the catalyst for it is kind of crazy though, with her like getting kidnapped. And then nigga, the fact we even saw Dragon in the flashback is fucking crazy. We got to see what made Dragon say fuck this Marine shit, bro. He saw the whole God Valley incident firsthand, and then we see Kid Blackbeard as well. But we also peeped that the kids that Dragon was trying to save was Shanks and Shamrock, bro. And he only got to get Shanks because the God Knights got Shamrock. But then when Dragon got like knocked out by an attack, Shanks crawled in the chest, and that's how he ends up with Roger, bro. And then Rocks also ends up saying that God Valley is his home, right? So I'm also confused. Do these Davy niggas reside in God Valley? I don't think we ever really got an answer on what resources Garland was referring to that made them want to go to God Valley. Was it just they had those fruits there, or was it just not really any resource type of thing? They just knew that's where the Davy clan was at, right? Is it that sort of thing? I don't really fucking know. But yeah, bro, One Piece is fucking gas. I don't know when the next chapter is coming out, but it's gonna be nuts. We're back in the present, and crazy thing is, nigga, I completely forgot about this. It just crossed my mind. Emu is upstairs in Gumko's body, bro. Like, And then also in the flashback, we saw some of Gumco as well, I believe, in some of those Holy Night flashbacks. So I'm very interested in what level of the covenant she has, because she doesn't seem to be a celestial dragon or a fucking, or like one of the 13 families or anything. Or is she? I don't know. Maybe she might be a part of one of the 13 families, but I don't know. I'm really interested to see what her fucking covenant contract is, because most of them covenant niggas, I think, okay, the deepest level of the covenant gotta be the Gorosei, because they're the only ones who got like these freaky ass zone transformations. Shamrock is a part of the covenant more than likely, but you see that nigga got a regular devil fruit in his sword. So I don't know. We gotta see and wait to see more about what's gonna be involved in that. But One Piece has been fucking amazing, bro. I'm glad I've caught back up to One Piece. I've touched on the rock shit. I've touched on a little bit of the emu shit. I've touched on the Loki shit. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I can talk to y'all niggas about before I end this video? Just let me know what has been like y'all favorite part over like the last, like, I just like last 2-3 months when it comes to One Piece. I know I've been gone for longer than that, but like, what's been y'all like? Are we all fucking with this, right? Like, do y'all think Loki's doing in the crew? How much longer do we think Elbaf even has as a whole, right? Because Emu's still here with the other Holy Knights, taking over Gumco's body. Probably gonna get a little fight there. I really want to know is how long is Emu gonna stay in this motherfucker's body? Because if Loki and Luffy pull up, that nigga might say, fuck this, you can have this body back, bitch, I'm back in the Holy Land. All right, I don't know. Maybe he might say fuck it. But hey, One Piece is going crazy once again, my nigga. We back in that One Piece mode. I'm definitely gonna start making more videos now that I've caught back up. I got more time on my hands now to like do some more shit, so y'all will definitely be seeing more of me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you watch this video all the way through, I appreciate the fuck out of you, my nigga. Rock's a real ass nigga. Loki a real ass nigga. Emu scary as fuck. I ain't gonna like, Emu still got aura, but you can see it's certain shit he ain't like. This Loki shit had him shook. The way Rocks was talking to him as he was diamond reversing him, telling him, nah nigga, you really scared of Joy Boy and Davy. That had that nigga a little mad. I ain't gonna lie, they been trying to step to him, but we still gotta wait to see what's gonna happen, man. I'm very interested to see what's gonna go down. Love y'all niggas. Like, comment, and subscribe. The next video I drop will probably be a video talking about was God Valley overrated or not, or maybe I'll just do another chapter discussion and then wait for some more stuff. But I definitely got some videos ideas planned for y'all niggas, especially if it ends up being more break weeks. Y'all can definitely expect to hear from me. Finna end this video though. Love y'all niggas. It'll probably be out on, this video will probably be out on Sunday, bro. Yeah, it'll probably be out on Sunday, no later than Monday. Love y'all niggas. I'm out.